the big story, honoring the fallen.
Today, the entire nation remembering those who lost their lives in the terror attacks on 9/11 18 years ago. From the Mackinac Bridge all the way to Metro Detroit and all across the country, the flag flying at half-staff to mourn those killed in the worst terror attack in our nation's history.
Our Team 7 coverage begins with Maggie Rulli in New York.
Edelmiro Abad.
Marie Rose Abad.
Nearly 3,000 names read out loud.
David Lawrence Angel.
As the nation stops to remember all of those who lost their lives 18 years ago during the terror attacks on September 11th. At Ground Zero, where the first two planes flew into the Twin Towers, the memories are still raw.
2 airplanes have attacked, apparently.
23 NYPD officers died that day, but more than 10 times that number have lost their lives to 9/11 related illnesses. President Trump has signed a law earlier this year that funds care for those suffering with illnesses from their heroism that day. The ceremonies today are seen not only as a chance to remember, but as a chance to come together as one nation.
To me, it's the greatest legacy of 9/11, is that we have this immense capacity for compassion and caring and empathy and service to one another.
In Washington, D.C., President Trump honors the men and women who died when the third plane hit the Pentagon.
We cannot erase the pain, but we offer you our eternal pledge that your loved ones will never, ever be forgotten.
And Vice President Mike Pence remembering Shanksville, Pennsylvania.
Here, where a common field one day became a field of honor forever.
18 years later, New York is making sure that the next generation never forgets. Under a new state law signed just days ago here in New York, today, all public schools will hold a moment of silence. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, New York.
And here at home, hundreds of people gathering at campus marches to remember the lives lost in the 9/11 attacks.
7 Action News reporter Kimberly Craig was in Detroit for the emotional and powerful ceremony.
Several hundred people gathered here at Campus Martius Park today to honor and remember the courage and bravery of so many. They're the next class of Detroit police officers that will soon join the ranks of first responders across the country, men and women who remember the heroes we lost on September 11th, 2001.
As we continue to mourn the many lives that were taken in the largest terror attack this nation has ever known, it is important to remember that although we were knocked down that day, though we were dealt a devastating blow, we came together as a nation.
And today they also remember the heroes who served the citizens of Detroit and died too young, like Jack Wiley Jr., a Detroit firefighter who was the victim of violence in his own neighborhood.
He was a fallen hero. He always wanted to be a firefighter.
Derek Stone Jr. says friends always saw his dad as a superhero.
I mean, it's still real tough because at nighttime, when I'm sitting in my room, he's all I think about.
Detroit firefighter Derek Stone, who had been honored for helping pull 2 people out of a fire, died earlier this year from cancer.
He had received the Medal of Valor, which made me very proud, but I miss him. I miss him a lot.
And every day, may the heroes around us remind us of those we lost on 9/11.
It certainly was a day of tragedy, a day of pain, but it was also a day when first responders were called upon to act and help their nation in a significant way. And they answered the call.
Because it's extraordinary. When other people run out, they run in. And, that's just what they do.
In downtown Detroit, Kimberly Craig, 7 Action News.
And we've devoted an entire section on WXYZ.com to Patriots Day. Head to our homepage to see the full tributes from New York and Shanksville, Pennsylvania, as well as President Trump's remarks.